Hi, you must be Andy, my one and only 16-year-old client. I was so sad to hear you couldn't make it in today, so I thought I'd put this video together to teach you all about mutual funds. The first part of investing is choosing what to invest in. So for a 16-year-old investor with $8,000 in savings and a part-time job which allows you to save an additional $150, you need to be looking for long-term growth, low risk, diversification, solid rate of return, no load, and various types of assets, and a long-term promising track record. Some types of funds to consider are income funds, which combine fixed income funds and equity funds to construct a 50-50% neutral/equity income exposure, bond funds, which provide a low risk and high potential for returns, and equity funds, which consist of various sector and mostly focus on common stock. From these options, the best fit for you would be an income fund, more specifically the TD Balance. This fund is a safe choice and is low in cost as it seeks to provide income and moderate capital growth by investing in primarily fixed income and equity securities. Also, this fund provides a 50-50% fixed income/equity exposure. This fund mainly invests in a mix of Canadian stocks and bonds, but also invests in up to 30% of exchange-traded funds. These charts sum up this fund. As you can see, this fund invests in 11 different sectors, 2 different countries to 5 different types of assets. This shows that this fund focuses on investing in companies that have above average growth prospects and below average risk with a bias towards large capital industry leaders. So this TD Balanced Income Fund is managed by 3 members of TD's Asset Management Inc. The first manager is Mike O'Brien, who is a CFA and the Managing Director of TD's Asset Management Inc. The second manager of this fund is Christopher Case, also a CFA and the Vice President and Director of TD-AM. The last manager is Jeff Wilson, a CFA and Managing Director. Over a 1-year period, we receive a very stable return as this is a low-risk fund. In our 3-year return, we are able to see a slight increase in the fund's performance. In our 5-year graph, we have a more gradual increase compared to our 3-year return. And in our 10-year return, we have an even larger increase compared to our 5-year return. We can see that the longer our assets are invested in the fund, the larger the return we receive. Now comparing this fund to the index, we can see that even though the market has fluctuated quite a lot throughout the years, this fund has managed to be stable and consistent with its performance. Now let's compare TD Balanced Income Fund to its competitor RBC Select Balanced Income Fund. As you can see, TD's Balanced Income Fund has been more stable throughout the years and has performed better. This goes to show that this fund is the right. It is also important to know that the TD Balanced Income Fund has an expense ratio of 2.24%, but the average MER is about 2.5%, going to show that it has a slightly less expensive rate than the average fund management expense ratio. To fully understand all this fund's aspects, it is also important to know exactly what this fund is investing in. Its top 10 holdings are as follows: RBC, TD Bank, Bank of Nova Scotia, Suncor Energy, Canadian National Railway, Government of Canada, Manulife Financial, TELUS Corporation, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, and Government. This fund has an asset mix of Canadian equity, domestic bonds, foreign bonds, U.S. equity, and cash and equivalents. As you can see, this fund holds multiple stocks and securities. This array of assets reassures that this mutual fund is a safe and low-risk investment. You are also able to withdraw from your mutual fund agreement within 2 business days after you have received a simplified prospectus or fund facts document. You may also cancel your purchase within 48 hours after you receive confirmation of your purchase. If you choose to redeem your investment or switch to another fund within 7 days, you may have to pay up to 2% of your purchase cost of the security. This is important information to know for the purpose of financial planning or switching to an investment with better returns, or maybe even if you have simply changed your mind.
Created using Powtoon.